Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of Byte-Sized. Hi, I'm your host, Dr. Al Watkins. I am the director of the AU Center's Data Science Initiative. And today with me, I have a professor from Tuskegee University, Dr. Osman Yardimci. And I'd like you to introduce yourself, if you don't mind.
Thanks so much, Dr. Watkins, for introducing myself. I'll go and start myself as my name, Osman Yardimci. I'm a professor at the Tuskegee University in mathematics department.
Okay.
And I'll doing the research in mathematics. Recently, engaged data science, one of the hot topics today's world, right?
Yes, sir.
So I started to do my master degree at Georgia Tech.
Okay.
I'm gonna be graduated in this semester.
Very
Everything is
good.
fine, perfect. And yes, Tuskegee University is like I've been there for 4 years teaching mathematics. Before then, I graduated from the mathematics department from Auburn University.
Auburn, okay.
And in the geometry area, and we did some research, some papers, but it was well, yeah.
Okay.
As a family side, I can talk.
Sure.
I have like 4 kids, like 11, 9, 7 years old, and then 2 years old, and we are all here.
And that keeps you real busy, I'm sure.
They are keeping busy because we are doing homeschooling, so it makes it extra busy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I too was a homeschooler.
Oh,
You know,
nice to hear.
I'm now a proud grandparent, but
I would like to hear your experience.
we will talk.
Sure.
But we're going to keep it close to data science on this one. But yeah, I enjoyed homeschooling, and I think it's one of the best decisions we've made in terms of child rearing and exposing students, our children, to opportunities that they might have otherwise missed. Because who cares more about your child's education than the parent? So. So more to say on homeschooling, but back to your story in terms of a professional life and getting into data science. What was it that drew you into data science?
Well, I figured out that the flow goes into the data science and around the world, especially like last, I think, 3 to 5 years, everything is being adopted data science and data analytics or machine learning. So I'm also in that kind of the background of the data science is kind of mathematic based, and the domain can be improved. I said, okay, that's great opportunity because I had being the tester and learned the Java, like a many different programming languages.
Okay.
I said, perfect, it fits me. And one of my friends actually was doing the master degree in Georgia Tech. I said, wow, that's great fit for us because we can improve ourselves more than in mathematics. To be honest, the mathematics and geometry is kind of hard to produce, hard to publish the papers.
Okay, okay.
The data science, you can touch the real world. You can able to feel that the things goes on, and you're able to talk with the people. I would like to talk about my subject. And yeah, that brings me to the data science, and today I'm here.
Yeah, I too find that the theory of mathematics, though interesting and sometimes fun, doesn't match the thrill of people outside your field seeing application of what you've worked on being valuable to them. And so data science is a wonderful bridge to interdisciplinarity in a university setting, but even more so outside in real world solving problems. I think data science brings a set of skills to the table that's welcomed. You know, you get to stay, you get to learn from different domains how the algorithms that you play with and how the machine learning and AI and data sets of large size can come into play to really help solve problems. So I agree with you. It's very attractive We're looking to attract more people into this field through this podcast and other ways. Yes, indeed. Let's talk about what you're doing at Tuskegee. You are one of our awardees for the Microsoft Mini Grants. Thank you, Microsoft.
Exactly. Thanks so much. We're happy to have it.
And wondered, now that you've been implementing the proposal that you submitted, what are you doing at Tuskegee?
I'm actually a full professor in mathematics department.
Okay.
And recently in Tuskegee, this semester, we have new data science department.
Okay.
And that's a great opportunity to be part of it. Indeed, I was part of the kind of forming the program.
Okay.
And it was a great opportunity for us. And yes, in the project, so we said for data science, we need to have the data. The most important thing is the data.
Yes, indeed.
And then modeling is coming. And we should be able to kind of give the students, because it's an undergraduate program, and the ability to work with the data is not like a random data. We would like to give the data so they're able to work on it, get kind of insights from them. So that was our kind of initial point to start about.
So when was the data science program birthed, or the department birthed at Tuskegee?
This semester, like
Fall or
25
spring?
spring.
Spring.
Yes.
2025.
We are so new.
Brand spanking new. That's awesome.
It's great.
Okay.
I mean, we need it for the Tuskegee. Actually, that was ongoing talk for I think the last 2 years. But the opening a new department in the university takes time. The process, interior talks. So then we made a decision, and then forming that one, and then getting the improvements around the system. So then at the end we are there.
So most schools, it's getting department level approval. This is a new department as well?
Yes.
So then did you have to go to a division level?
I think so. And I was in the process of forming that one,
Okay,
but outsider part was kind of Dr. Russell was the main person to work on it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, then I won't belabor the process part. Now that it's here,
Yes.
You are heavily involved, yes?
Exactly.
Fantastic. So this first semester out the gate, did you have a set of courses?
We have some students. We have set of courses. I have not started teaching yet.
Okay.
And a few students. It's just initial when it starts at the beginning. It is not kind of full capacity, but we are there. So improving goes on.
Very good. Is there more course development in your future?
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. And are you now aware that we're having this opportunity to involve yourself in an intense course development week with us? Looking forward to that. The Faculty Development Summer Institute is coming up the end of May 26th through the 30th. I'm saying it's for your benefit as well as our audience, and anyone who would like to participate in that intensive course development experience and research program thoughts is welcome to register, and our website is datascience.aucenter.edu, where you can find more information. Deadline for that is May 22nd. So depending on when this airs, it may be a little too late for them to respond to this, but that's okay. I'm hoping many will find us through our other communications channels and participate. We're looking to make that a real accelerator for our schools in terms of advancing data science courses. All right, very good, very good. So your first impressions so far, you're only a few months in, are students finding this program and signing up to be data science majors?
Yes. And actually that was kind of one of the the major we didn't have in Tuskegee, so that's good to have that one. So when students hear that one, so they are exciting to have it. So they started to register some data science courses.
Okay.
And I don't know the exact number of the students. Recently, I talked with the Dr. Wu, is the head of the department. He said a good amount of the students right now is taking the courses from the data science.
And what courses do you have in place already?
I think I'm not exactly aware of that one because I know that this curriculum, but which courses are being taught, I'm not sure.
Not sure yet.
It.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What were you focused on for your application of the grant?
My focus is going to be statistics.
Statistics. Okay.
Yes, as a background is kind of statistics too. So yes, statistics modeling based on the SMM, KNN, basic modeling to teach.
Okay. Fantastic. So you have one or more courses in that area that you already teach?
I did statistics, modeling, machine learning. Somehow, yes, we did it, but not in general because I'm still a professor in mathematics, teaching math courses.
So they didn't release you from your math obligations
Not yet.
while you're playing over here in the new
Yes.
and exciting data science world, right? I understand.
Math departments, as you know, in general, is a service departments in the universities, and the number of the students may be the highest in the when we compare with other departments. So we are busy with our math students.
I understand. I do
and
indeed.
connecting with the data science.
Well, I'm glad we're able to carve some of your time out to advance this data science on the campus of Tuskegee University. We want to make sure the students have options coming out of school. Lots of jobs expected to be waiting on students with the skills. And so we want to make sure our students are right there to compete. Yep. So have there been any challenges so far with any aspects?
Well, finding the correct, good data was kind of sometimes is challenging. And then the most important data science is data, as I told you. It becomes sometimes hard to the valuable and then trustable. I try my best to define a correct real world data to curate them and then make them able to use it. And other thing was about the launching these because the project depends on the data science repository and data sets repository for the data science students for Tuskegee University. It was kind of thinking where's going to be the launch? Is it going to be a completely independent website or going to be a GitHub or Canvas? We made a search. The independent website is very hard to manage it because if you're not going to have a web designer, controlling is hard. GitHub is very open source, it's great, but we made a decision for the Canvas because the Canvas is being used almost at the most of the educational industries. Students aware of that one, ease of the use. Let me say the integral part of this Tuskegee University, so it makes it reasonable to use the Canvas. That was the kind of.
So Canvas, the course management system for the
Yes,
school.
Canvas.
So all the courses are already being managed through there. Why not the content for the course as
students
well?
are kind of familiar with that one when they go to their math course, and then they can easily go to this GitHub course. I mean the data science repository course too.
Okay.
They can find the resources there, data sets, explanations, details. Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. And so is this an amalgamation of data sets you're finding around the world and giving them a single point that they can go to access them?
Exactly, that's the things, and then give them the idea what they can do, what kind of the project they can have it, what kind of question can be answered with those data, how we can get insights about the real world problems, right?
Right.
So that's a great tool for them to be able to, the tools, like what kind of tools can be used, like and what kind of the modeling can be applied to these data to get reasonable insights, and yes, predict the kind of outcomes.
Have you found opportunities to integrate data science concepts into the math courses that you teach? Have you thought about that?
I didn't do it. I majorly work on the actually like more widely about the real world. That's when I say the real world, like math is not a real world. Well, they are very theoretical concepts. Like my background was the geometry. I was working all the time, like the balls, cylinders. Yes, there's a real world objects, but when you kind of go, okay, what kind of insight I can get it from this ball? The surface area is okay, that's there. So today is the world, like when we have the data, like very simple way, like when you want to work on a data, there's a shopping data. So you can predict the next shopping item or something. That makes it interesting for people to catch it. But when you talk about the balls and cylinders, okay, we are enough the mathematics. Unfortunately, my students, they say we do want to pass the class.
Yes, yes.
We do not want to learn. That is very kind of breaking heart because I'm teaching math. Don't say it to me. But when it comes to data, they're interesting. They are asking questions. How are we going to do that one? How are we going to get these results? So let's make it kind of very interesting too.
Okay.
Just your interest.
Yeah, it's sort of an opportunity to bridge physics, right? Okay, I have the object, right? But what happens with motion in that object? And can we use data to predict what would happen? And, you know, you could, all right, I'm theorizing. This might be the next grant, not this one, right? Okay, fine. I understand you are approaching this from an interdisciplinary standpoint, in that other majors could major in data science or take data science courses. Is that the intent?
Yes.
How have you bridged those gaps across the departments? You know, we tend to be isolated and focus on our majors, and
Exactly.
maybe our service courses is the only bridge outside, but
One thing, yeah, but sometimes it's breaking down, hard to break that, like being interdisciplinary, right? So like being inside of it, communicating with others. So these workshops is a great tool, like offering free food, come in here and then get their interest. Everyone finds that data science works with the history, data science works with biology, data science with the work chemistry, and that makes it everyone can contribute as well as we can get their ideas, their contribution. So that's actually enrich our program. So we had the kind of good conversation with our colleagues, and they work like a biology. Okay, we're working on the cancer genomics of the. Okay, that's great. So let's adopt that one data science. How we're gonna get it? Indeed, our friend works on that one. Like I had like a friend from the, I think, sociology, and it was interesting because when we talk about the data science in general, people think about the like a quantitative object, I mean the courses, but there's a social like a sociology. That's a great connection, and my friend has a background is not mathematics, but they have the great understanding sociological outcomes data, so we can combine those things, and so that brings bring together, and as you said, is a kind of bridging. That's data science.
excellent, excellent.
Everyone contributes something and communicate.
Very good, very good. Well, you want to create forums where colleagues from other departments can discover what it is we're bringing to the table from a data science perspective, and where in other places data science is being used. And perhaps at Tuskegee, there's some opportunities for collaboration, for joint research, you know, for class visits even, you know. I just toured a space in our kinesiology area at Morehouse, right? And they have motion capture capabilities. So I said, wow, that's something that we could generate data to allow our students to be data generators as well as analyzers of the data using the tools that we're teaching, right? So just opportunities abound around the campus, but we have to get out of our shell sometime to discover where these opportunities lie. Very good, very good. Well, what directions do you foresee heading next steps now that you're launched as a program?
What data science? We would like to kind of enrich these hub is kind of a repository, giving the students to get a good data sets. In real world, we do not have always good data sets. Yes, I accept that one, but it is an undergraduate course, as well as we were planning to kind of give the tools able to make them able to use the tools, because data itself is great, but how we're gonna process it, how we're gonna get insights, how we're gonna be work on it. Actually, it's kind of the course in the data science what we do, teaching the modeling, but in this hub, we would like to have these kind of explanation tools, examples to use it.
Okay, so is the hub the tool that we?
The tools will be no, actually I say the tools maybe are wrong. The making the tools, teaching how to use them. Okay, because the hub itself is not a tool. Them kind of introduce them to how to use the tools.
Okay, tell me more about the tool and how you envision that working with your students.
A very simple one, when we talk about Python and what kind of the Python program can be written, how we use the modeling in this Python, not just that one, or let me say the Excel tool. So how we're going to use that one. So today is the Power BI is also a very powerful tool, and today people intend to use more than Excel, and so we are getting used to that because of the Microsoft Excel is a perfect, and today's the daily needs being covered by that one. But Power BI is very powerful tool to be able to work on it. Today world is many industrial companies starts to use the Power BI, and it's one of the kind of the interview questions being asked: are you able to use the Power BI? Because it's powerful and one of the good thing for the students. Yeah.
Is it like a tutorial they would walk through?
Yes.
With examples?
Examples, and then let them students to use them.
Okay, okay. So has this tool been launched yet in these first?
As I talked about, it's kind of a feature one. It is not a part of this program, but we are going to continuously improve our the repository being made.
Going to make more progress this summer, perhaps.
Yes.
With the development.
Then students will say, "Okay, that's the things. Whether I was looking for it."
Good. Do you target the fall then for use or later?
Later.
Later. Okay.
Yes. Actually, the workshops are going to be part of it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, this has been wonderful. I always ask, if you were giving advice to someone getting into data science on the college campus, what advice would you offer them as a good ramp to go up this learning curve?
Well, I'm thinking that one data science, in the past or currently is done in the labs. We're checking the inside that is. Things to get figured out the insights. Today, now we see the outcomes. Based on the outcomes, we're trying to get insights, right? So action, shopping patterns, that gives us insights. So for everything, because the science can be applied for everything, you can find such things in your life to apply it. And to make it a better decision, you should know how that these things are being processed.
Right.
Right. And today world, everything is being like apps are being the data science modeling. If something is a small change happens, outcomes becomes different. So if you're just aware of those things, sometimes you're going to be avoid the manipulations, because very simple things you can change that is data a little bit. So yes, today world is easy to get the knowledge information, but it's going to be great to know that how that's going to be processed. And in campus, you're already in your domain, so use these tools. Make it better your career.
Very good, very good. Well, listen, I know a lot of schools are developing either data science minors or bachelor's programs or even graduate programs in data science. We applaud Tuskegee University on approving your data science program. We look forward to seeing some of your students in future opportunities that the Data Science Initiative sponsors. You know, we've had several data challenges, and students from various campuses have joined us to compete in data science. You know, this is the new sport. Didn't you know? This is the new sport. Bring,
different game.
you know, they have a good time and learn a lot, get mentoring through that process and internship opportunities if they participate. So stay in touch with us.
Sure.
I don't want this to be our last conversation.
It's not going to be that. It's going to be the last one.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for joining us for another exciting edition of Byte-Sized.